At Lifehack Coaching, we help women over 35 to balance hormones naturally, boost metabolism, and lose weight sustainably. Hey everyone, I've got Alex with me here today, and we're just going to talk about Alex's story. Alex has been a client of mine for a couple of months, came to me as a referral and seeing amazing results. And always pleasure jumping on a weekly call with Alex because she's always positive and wants to learn and wants to do the hard work. So, Alex, tell us a little bit about your story and why did you join Lifehack Coaching Program?
Look, I had tried everything else, like I've said this story to you before, as you know, but like I went away traveling end of 2019, went away for like, I think it was 3 or 4 months. I was walking 4 to 6 hours a day because I was being cheap, like when you're backpacking, so cheap. And I was just like walking everywhere and nothing was really shifting. Like it was ridiculous. And I was just like, how much more do I need to do to actually try and get rid of the weight? And I've had this cycle, as you know, where I've gone through like doing loads of exercise, like thinking about my diet, all of that. And just there was just no results. It was just really, really frustrating, very upsetting, quite depressing at times, actually. You put all that work in, you get nothing back for it. And I just didn't know what else to do. And then I got the referral from you, from my mate. And I just thought, it's this or it's liposuction. Like, honestly, I was just really prepared to go to drastic measures because I just couldn't see anything else that worked. I saw how much it had changed my friend's life, to be completely honest, and like how much it had helped her. And I thought, oh God, like please let this work for me. And it has. So it's been awesome.
Yeah. And look, there's nothing wrong with getting liposuction done if that's what you want. The key is understanding that if you don't learn about nutrition or don't learn why you're making certain changes or implementing certain habits, then all that weight that gets sucked out of you will come back if you don't change your lifestyle. So you can get liposuction done, but at the same time, learn about nutrition, learn about stress management, learn about exercise and how to change your lifestyle so then it doesn't come back again. So let's talk about the program and the changes that you have experienced so far. Tell me about your energy levels. Has it improved? Has it changed?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I definitely have more energy in the day, which is quite a relief because I have quite a stressful job. I have a habit of having stressful jobs. So yeah, actually having energy to like tackle the day's events is really good. I've had more energy at weekends, which has been nice. To actually want to be active has been fantastic, and like not just sit on the couch all day, but to be like, no, I need to like go and do something today, like I feel like it, has been fantastic. So yeah, it's been good. And I think my sleep has got a lot better as well, actually, on reflection.
Fantastic.
Which has been really great.
That's awesome. So what's the biggest change that you've noticed, like in your weight or body composition, or
I really want to say
impacted?
Like honestly, I didn't know I had so much like fat on my back, but apparently I did. But that's been like massive. I can feel how much has come off me. It's just really nice. Like I think the sort of size you like to be and where you feel comfortable, right? And I've been felt very uncomfortable for a lot of years. So to actually feel like some of this weight is off me, like I'm not just like pulling myself around, that like it's actually gone and I feel more limber. It's been just like really lovely, to be honest. It's been great.
Yeah. And it's not just about the weight or the look, right? It's about how it makes you feel and the quality of life.
Yeah, 100%.
Any specific lifestyle changes that or habits that you've adopted that you believe has impacted you the most?
Yeah, just small things. Like it was amazing the difference that small things made. It sounds so silly. I was just like totally under eating for years, which I hadn't realized. That like you pointed me in that direction. I just had no idea. I think I was on like something silly like 600-700 calories a day for years, and like just sort of made do on it. And it was fine, but like nothing worked, obviously. And then like booking in like lunches, you know, didn't have lunch for like years and years and years. Or if I did, it would just be like something really high in fat or really carby, because obviously you haven't eaten for so long that you just like, that's what you crave, right? Just to keep you going. So it's been the really small things that made the biggest difference, like actually eating the right levels and just like having lunch every day and having some mental breaks. I think that's been one of the best things about the program, is like actually I'll just go out into the garden for a little bit. I always get pecked by my chickens, they harass me, but like it's like that little mental break where I feel like a lot happier going back into work. Like I've had that disconnect. As I said, it's very stressful. I can disconnect, I can go back into it and just like
Yes.
feel like I have permission for that has been fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. So, any changes in your mental health or emotional well-being during this journey?
I think
Apart
I'm
from
more
feeling happy to go back to work, like
being like
mood,
quite random.
confidence, stress
I've
levels.
definitely got more confident. I feel it's funny, isn't it? I think you have an image of yourself, and to go back to the image of yourself is a really lovely thing. I feel like, oh yeah, like this feels like me now, and that has given me more confidence. And I think just having like more energy in general to do things has been really positive. So yeah, I'd say that that's my biggest takeaway, is the extra confidence has been fantastic, and particularly good because I've just started a new job, or I did like 4 months ago. So yeah, perfect timing.
Yes. Yeah. So can you share some of the challenges that you've experienced during this program, and how did you manage to overcome?
Look, the biggest challenge for me has been trying to find balance. Like I said, I can work. There can be weeks where I just work a stupid amount of hours, and that's been very difficult. You encouraged me to be more organized and more prepared, which has really helped. Like meal prep was just like a godsend basically, and it does take a while to get into, but once you crack the back of it, like it's just so easy. You're like, well, of course I'm going to make that tonight, or like I'm going to cook my meals in advance in the week. Yes, that's been a game changer. I think as well, I mean, when I've just suddenly shot up in weight overnight, I'm like, what is going on? And you've sat with me and calmed me down first of all, and just like helped me understand what's actually going on, like gone back into the apps we use and assessed what I'm eating, what could be contributing to it, and then just found ways that I will take forward to bring it back down, and learning that it's probably not fat, it's probably inflammation. So what's causing it?
Yeah. It's amazing though how people think that getting a nutrition coach or losing weight, it's about getting a plan and sticking to it, and that's it, and you should lose weight. But it's so much more to it. It's what you eat, how you eat, how much you sleep, how much water you drink, your stress levels, your hormones, your cycle. There's so many more things that come into play. Yeah.
Everything you've said there is true. Like, I mean, there were times when you were like, is it your period? And I'm like, it's just started. Why? Like, and it's like, you absolutely nailed it. Or like, how much water did you have? And I'm like, not enough. Like, you know, and I think we both found out that when I sleep, like I need quite a bit of sleep. That's like which I had never clocked before. I didn't realize that would make a difference. So that was really helpful.
It does make a big difference for you. So we found your little special thing. Yeah. So anything that you've learned about nutrition and eating habits that do you think kind of made impact to your progress that you maybe didn't know, or maybe you knew in the past but you didn't know? You know what I mean? You knew but you didn't know.
I know what you mean. Like so I think that I come from Britain, as you can probably hear. When we learn about nutrition, it's probably like one lesson in like the entirety of school. So this has been like a huge education for me, learning into what goes into what. I thought I was eating really healthily when I did eat my limited calories a day, right? Like, but it was so high in fat. I had no clue. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh yeah, it's like cashew nuts or whatever, because I'm vegan as well. So like you kind of rely on the nuts and seeds, eh? But like, yeah, like just learning actually what goes into what and how to be more considered. And I have to say, I mean, like, now I can look at something and sort of understand about how much I need of it and like work it out, even just by looking at the packet. Got that instinct now, and I didn't have that before.
It's funny you said looking at the packet. I mean, I've been doing nutrition for myself for a long time, and sometimes you get to the point where you look at the plate and you go 30 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat, instead of going, here's a steak, here's the salad, here's nuts. It's more like everything turns into numbers.
I can probably tell you what 200 grams of tofu looks like that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah. And I can, honestly, it's like basically down to the square that I cut it now. Like, I just know. Like, it's so that over time as well helps. Like, if you're time pressured, like, it starts becoming that instinct. And that's really helpful as well, because you just sort of set the rhythm of it, which is great.
Yeah. And I know lots of people go, well, you don't want to be obsessed over macros and you should be just focusing on eating healthy. And yes,
Yeah.
it's true. Like for me, when I work with someone like you who's been under eating for years, I actually need you to count your macros and
Yeah.
eat calories
Yeah.
because I need you to eat more. If I'll tell you just eat how you feel, you're probably going to carry on eating 600 calories a day, which is not enough.
And the thing
My
is, it's
children
like,
eat more than that.
yeah, exactly right. That's a good like measuring stick, isn't it, really? But I think for me, it's like, it's not like people might think you get obsessive about it. It's not that. It's like you log it and then you can see the patterns, right? And that's the benefit
Mm-hmm.
of it, to work out, oh, actually, it looks like when I eat this thing. And that's exactly what we did when my weight shot up overnight. Went back and
Yeah.
we were like, well, I started eating this on this day, like 3 days ago, and it spiked. Like, I think it's linked. That's the benefit of it.
Yeah, yeah. And without doing proper testing, it's hard to know what could it be, but we can just eliminate it for a while, test it.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's working, cut it out for a while. Like, we don't need it right now. We can introduce it back later when weight is not priority, or I don't want to say health is not priority, but when, specifically weight is not priority. And then you can bring it back and see how you feel. Because if it doesn't impact how you feel and it's only impacts how your scales show up in the morning, then you gotta decide for yourself, like, do I want it or I don't want it? Do I want to compromise?
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the thing,
Different
right?
decisions.
I can look at something that I know is like high in something, and I'll be like, all right, well, I just need to balance it out. If I really want to eat that, like, how am I gonna like make it fit within this? And then I still get to eat it, you know, like, but it's just
exactly.
like,
Yeah. So can you provide some, I guess, tips or strategies that you can think of for someone who is starting out or wanting to increase energy or lose weight or overall well-being?
oh, my biggest tip is be prepared, and just be prepared to be committed. My one regret, can't even say it right. My one regret with the whole process is like, I didn't factor in enough time to like do more exercise, and I wish I'd done that, because I think the results have been like amazing, but they could have been like even better, and I would be like probably healthier and like really a benefit from that. But it's given me a good foundation to go and do that now, so I'm really happy about that. So I would say just time, prepare yourself.
Yeah, and it's interesting you mentioned about exercise. You don't have to exercise to lose weight, and this is the biggest thing I see on social media. People post like, oh, I want to lose weight, what exercises should I be doing? No amount of exercise, unless you're really overtraining, are going to help you to lose weight. Like, yes, exercise is great. Exercise is great for mental health, for bone density, for women to prevention osteoporosis. So important to do exercise. I do exercise every day because it helps me with my mental health. But you can lose weight without doing exercise.
Oh, well, look,
and that's fine.
Case in point, right?
Yeah.
I like, most exercise I did, as you know, is gardening, right? Every weekend, I don't know, quite a lot of hours actually out in the garden and digging and hauling things around and stuff.
And that's exercise too. It's moving.
Exercise.
Any movement is fine.
Movement. But like,
walking,
I would like
gardening, swimming, biking,
exactly.
dancing.
Yeah.
It's all exercise. It's all movement, and it's great and fantastic. That's great. If you can give one piece of advice to someone looking to improve their health, lose weight and boost energy, what would that be?
I think getting coaching like yourself has been like hugely beneficial for me. I would recommend it. I think having someone that you can check in with and just sort of, am I going in the right direction? Oh my God, this thing happened. What does it mean? Oh, I had a bag of chips. Like, is it going to ruin it? But just to have that assurance and just to have that guidance, really. Like, I mean, we got to a stage where it's like, if you need to go to a restaurant, you want to go to a restaurant, like, let me know and I can tell you what to eat. I mean, how beneficial is that? Otherwise, I'd just be sat there going, I really don't know, and I don't know how many calories is anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. But it's just been really helpful, honestly. And I think that constant nudging and pushing you in the right direction, making sure you're comfortable is so beneficial.
Oh, cool. That's fantastic. Well, thanks, Alex, for sharing your experience and your thoughts and with us. And thanks for being here.
It's all good. Well, thank you for your help. Like, honestly, I haven't been the easiest person. Like, I'm just so.
You are great. You are fantastic. You are perfect. You are perfect.
Very nice.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about this podcast or about hormones, weight loss, or just healthier lifestyle, please go to our website at lifehackcoaching.co.nz or feel free to email me directly, Anastasia at lifehackcoaching.co.nz.